Once upon a time in a village, there was an old oak tree. This tree had very strong branches. It would creak whenever the wind blew through it. He looked at its branches and said, these branches are very strong. I wonder if they can hold the weight of my house." So he decided to build his house on the branches of the oak tree. He built walls around the tree and made it into a beautiful little house. Then he moved into the house with his wife and kids and lived happily ever after. "You can fly with us and see all the wonderful things in the world," he asked the birds. "What are those children doing down there?" And so the young tree became a part of their group. The birds said, "They're playing a game. They're pretending to be little animals and they're having so much fun." During the day, he would play with the children and at night he would sleep in his cozy bed in the tree house. "If we keep you tied like this, you will never become a big tree." The woodcutter and his family lived in the tree house for many, many years, and the young tree took care of them until his old age. She untied the ropes and let the young tree grow towards the sky. The young tree was so happy that he could finally grow to his full potential. He thanked the woodcutter's wife and promised her that he would always take care of the tree house. The woodcutter never noticed any of this because he was too busy with his work. The young tree wanted to join them, but he was afraid that the woodcutter might stop him. But the birds encouraged him to go and play with them. So he flew down to the field and joined the children in their game. The young tree agreed and started spending his days with the birds, flying around and enjoying the beauty of nature. Now, all the villagers loved to sit under this tree because its branches were so strong that they could hold the weight of hundreds of people at once. He was holding an acorn in his hand and shouted, "Look what I found!" "Look, Baba, an acorn." The woodcutter took the acorn from his son and planted it in the ground. Every day, he would water it and take care of it. And after a few months, a small sapling started growing. The woodcutter tied its branches to the house so that it would grow straight up. And so, all the villagers would come and sit on its branches and relax. Now, one day, a woodcutter came to the oak tree. So he called the birds sitting on his branches and said, "Please take me to your nest so that I can see what it's like outside." The birds agreed and took the young tree to their nests. There, they showed him the beautiful blue sky, the green grass, the flowing river, the colorful flowers, and the playful butterflies. The young tree was overjoyed to see all this beauty. Now, one day, the woodcutter's son came running out of their house. As years passed, the sapling grew into a strong young tree. But it never grew as tall as its father because its branches were tied to the roof of the house. Whenever the young tree asked his father about it, the woodcutter would just ignore him. One day, the young tree said to himself, "I am tired of living in this dark place. I want to go outside and see the world." Then the birds said, "Why don't you come play with us every day?" One day, while playing with the birds, the young tree noticed a group of children playing in a field. The children were so happy to have a new friend that they all gathered around him and started hugging him. They asked him to play with them every day. From that day on, the young tree lived a double life. One day, the woodcutter's wife came to the young tree and said, "You haven't grown at all." And that's exactly what he did. The young tree grew into a strong and healthy tree, and the tree house became a part of his branches. Once upon a time, there was an old oak tree. And this tree had very strong branches. It would creak whenever the wind blew through it.